You guys do pretty extensive research on your guests. Who was the hardest person to come up with your questions? Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, that was so easy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, so with his episode, he had a book that just came out. So Zach and I both read that. And we were able to get questions from there. But also, I love astronomy. Like, that's always been, like, when I was a kid, I mowed lawns for an entire summer so I could save up and buy a telescope, because I heard that you could see Orion's Nebula with just like a normal standard telescope, and I wanted to see it with my own eyes so bad that I worked for an entire summer to save up for that. So like, I've always been a huge astronomy fan. I've always been a huge Neil fan. And
I took meteorology because I thought I was going to learn about meteors. Turns out it's about weather.
Sucks. Weather's boring
the
as
whole
hell.
Class, I was so confused. I'm like, when are we getting to the space stuff?
Like, I don't care about clouds, man.
It didn't make any sense to me.
Dude, what's the humidity? God, get me out of this. Yeah, so I was just like, I was always a huge Neil fan, huge astronomy fan. And so like, honestly, I want to do a part 2 of that episode because he went to go film Theo Von's episode right after that. So he was on like a little bit of a time crunch. So we didn't get as much time as I'd like with him. But I think I had 6 pages of questions for him, just like about everything and anything, Who was the hardest though?
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano was kind of tough because obviously he's an icon, he's like one of the biggest TV stars of his time, and it was like you wanted to fangirl but also not at the same time, and so it was a little bit difficult coming up with thought-provoking questions for his episode.
You had you had Ned's Declassified too, no?
Yeah, we had them. And they're fantastic as well. Like, they're so personable. They have their own The best is when a guest has their own podcast.
Because they know how to talk,
They know how to talk. And so, like, they're super personable. They know how to talk. And then it's like, while I didn't really grow up with that show, that was like one of the Nickelodeon shows that I missed. It was like, it was so easy to, I think it's on Netflix, so it was like I could watch a few episodes, get like an idea of what the show is about, how all their characters were, and then go and like listen to their podcast and see how they are now, and like then talk about the transition from there, But yeah, I'd say Ray was probably one of the toughest ones.